Another thing I wanted to touch on. So I think that a lot of us have, well, I can't say a lot of us, I could say me personally, being on this journey, a lot of times we lose focus on what the purpose of this is. And I don't know what your purpose is. Your purpose is personal to you. If you don't know your purpose, find it, right? And so my purpose for me is to do this work, to be able to spread the message, to be able to make something, to plant these seeds and to make something bigger of it, right? Eventually, this is going to be far larger than I can imagine it to be on YouTube. Eventually, this work is going to, do work for itself. That would be my hope. And so, with that, I have to cultivate that. With that, I have to know that that's the purpose, that's the plan, and know what is included in this plan and what's outside of that, right? Now, I've always said this statement before: mortals are casualties to the gods. And I feel the same way when I'm on this spiritual path. Anything outside of this path is going to end up being a casualty. And we have to understand that. So, with that being said, I feel like we've been in a space where we've been in a restful period. We've been in a time of, integration. We've been in a very passive time, but I feel like the time is ramping up for us to take action. And I feel like I'm at that point where this is what it is. And now it's time to take action. And anything else in the way of that will get run over. You will be a casualty because now we know what the purpose is. At this point, we should know that this is the main focus, right? So when I tell my family that I am on a specific mission, I'm telling you that God is directing me to do something. Anything that questions that, they know that it will be eliminated. They know I will cut them the fuck off. I don't have time, you know what I'm saying? On this path, when you can be so easily distracted, you have to eliminate distractions, but you have to be honest with yourself on who and what and be able to look those distractions in the face too, and say, hey, I ain't got no time for this. I can't really deal with this right now. This is going to interrupt what I have going on. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then also being able to check people. A lot of us get scared to check people when we're in this space. No, I remember going to one of these damn government offices the other day, and the lady was like, oh, she reads my name off of a paper and didn't even try to say my name. She was like, oh, is it whatever, butchers it, right? And then just skips over my first name and goes completely to my last name, right? And I felt like, you wouldn't have did that if my name was Ashley. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have did that if my name was Aaron and shit. You would have read that shit just like off the paper. So no, go ahead and try to read my name. You know what I'm saying? It's like small things that you have to start. And this is how you begin to take your power back, by saying, no, this is my name. I need you to say it correctly. No, I can say it with you. Let me help you say my name. It's small things like that help you take your power back. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just sitting here and allowing yourself to, it's small things like that poke holes in your aura. Because if that's not the way that you say it, and you allow yourself to compromise in that moment for someone to call you whatever the fuck they want to call you, you're compromised. You're settling. You're not being true to yourself. You're not standing in your truth by correcting a person in that moment. Now, the situations we deal with as spiritual people will be a lot deeper than name calling. But this is how I practice taking my power back. You know what? No, I'm not going to feel ashamed to say, hey, say my fucking name right. No, say my name right. Because you wouldn't do that to nobody else, so I need you to say my name right. Period. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we take our power back. In small instances like this is saying, no, you will respect me. And it doesn't have to be, hey, in a very aggressive manner, but you have to be able to take your power back. You have to be able to say, this is what it is, and even when it comes to the spiritual path, if I'm talking to my friends and I can't tell my friends, hey, I had a vision today, I had a dream about this, if I can't tell them openly and honestly that this is what I'm experiencing as a spiritual person, I'm not going to have those conversations anymore. I cannot lie to you guys about what I'm dealing with. Yes, there were fucking spirits behind me the other day bothering me, y'all. This is what I'm dealing with. And people who can't stand on they square and understand that this is real shit and this is what's really going on, or you get around certain people and you got to start whispering about shit. Fuck you. Spirits is real. I don't know what the fuck you're going through, but yeah, some shit was going on the other day and I had to get myself together, mind, body, and spirit, because I was experiencing some shit that I guess that people not experiencing every fucking day. But let me talk to some people who are experiencing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here, I'm not gonna belittle, my experiences to make other people comfortable. That's compromising. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not, having this happening and that happening because it doesn't fit into what society says is okay, right? So those taboo things, you got to start being comfortable with that. Speaking your truth, saying what the situation really is, saying what you're really having experiences with is going to not only help you, but it helps other people know. Other people are probably silent and quiet about the issues that they deal with in this spiritual world because nobody's saying, hey, me too. Fucking right, that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But you have some people who will be like, I remember saying, in a group setting once, hey, I had this experience where, I was hearing this and this and that, right? And I knew that there were other people that I had talked to previously who said, that they had these same experiences. And in the group, everybody just kind of looked at me dumb, like they had never heard of this. They, oh, what? You had people was talking to you and, all this type bullshit, right? The person who said that they had the same experience doesn't even speak up while we're having this conversation. So now it looks like I'm the crazy one. I'm the only one who had this experience. But then after everything said and done, we've had this meeting, this person comes back up to me, oh my God, you're so brave, I'm so glad you said something, I didn't even know how you could say that, but that happened to me too. And it's like, well, I'm glad that I could say it because someone else will feel comfortable saying it, but you have to understand that there will be people who are going through the same shit as you and not admit it. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for people to be able to lie to themselves about their journey. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared for people to pretend like they don't know what the fuck is going on. Because people will look you in your face having the same exact experience and will act like you don't know. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Be prepared for that type of shit. Because people are here and put in place to test you to see where you are. Cool. Okay. You want to make me feel like I'm nuts. I'm not fucking crazy. Okay. You let it go. And you keep pushing and you redirect. You refocus. That's why focus is so important, because you'll have so many experiences that will try to tell you that you're not experiencing what you're really experiencing. There's too many times that people will lie to themselves about their own spiritual journey. So you got to be true to you, because if you try to get advice from somebody else who's not ready to accept where they are, you're going to get lied to. You're going to be out here led astray listening to these motherfuckers who can't be honest with themselves. Where can a blind person lead me? They can't. So, with that being said,